Hi there, welcome back to my views and news. Two news stories. Firstly, an update for you from Tigray, where uh, over 24 hours ago, an initiative was launched to mediate between rival TPLF groups. I have been monitoring the situation, in touch with people there. Though I have received information about the stumbling blocks which are being faced by negotiators and the news about likely collapse of talks too, but I don't want to share anything which is premature. What I've been able to confirm about the talks, I want to share with you. Secondly, Djibouti has imposed a ban on Djibouti Ethiopia border. Ban on what? Djibouti conducted a drone strike in border area. Ethiopians living in Afar say the strike was conducted on Ethiopian side of the border. Djibouti says it was on Djibouti's territory. What is this new ban about? But it is being enforced on Djibouti-Ethiopia border. Let's start, viewers, firstly from Tigray. Viewers, it's around 3 a.m. where I am now. But I am recording this video. I did not sleep. Why? Because I was waiting to get an update from Tigray about the outcome of talks ongoing there. Over 24 hours ago, talks began in Tigray to de-escalate the political tension and to find a solution to political deadlock in Tigray. I did 2 or 3 videos in the last 24 hours. I told you that the negotiations were being held at Planet Hotel in Mekelle. Tigray Orthodox Church elders, Islamic Affairs Council elders, Muslim elders, Catholic elders, and some diaspora representatives are part of negotiations. Military is also participating. John Madid is representing military. Uh, Now, I want to share only one piece of information with you, which I've been able to confirm. Firstly, the negotiators talk to both the parties. Negotiators are just there to bring the two parties together. They cannot make decisions on behalf of TPLF, Getachew, TPLF, Debretsion, or military. And negotiators, one group of negotiators wants return of the situation to what it was before TPLF held a Congress. It urged the two TPLF groups to unite, Getachew and Debretsion, to come under one command in one party. Orthodox Church elders, Muslim elders, and Catholics reportedly they are making an effort to take the situation to where it was months ago. And reportedly, Debretsion Gebremichael, TPLF chairman, showed flexibility. He said, yes, we can be part of one part. Very interesting development. Getachew will be more than happy to rejoin TPLF. But in TPLF, Debretsion, there is a very strong faction opposed to Getachew. Debretsion has shown flexibility to welcome back Getachew. But can Debretsion secure this type of response and willingness from other TPLF leaders too. Because Alim, Gebremichael, Munjurino are strongly opposed to Getachew and the party. And they say that Getachew is unacceptable. His return is unacceptable. Debretsion has shown flexibility. This is what we have been able to convey. Military is part of negotiations too. And some military representatives want military to be in charge until the holding of election. Varade or some other general should be made the president of the region for a few months until election is held. This is what military is lobbying for, you can say, in negotiations. This solution is not acceptable to Getachew or the group. Getachew won't leave. Debretsion might accept Varade. So, on the issue of Varade taking over, I think consensus cannot be. On the issue of return of Getachew to TPLF, Debretsion, perhaps Debretsion won't be able to create consensus in his party. But let's see. Talks still ongoing, though I received information about collapse of talks, but half-baked information. I said that I should confirm it from multiple sources. After that, I should share that with viewers. So I have not been able to confirm that. What I confirmed, I shared with you. Secondly, viewers, Djibouti has imposed ban on carrying weapons on its border with Ethiopia. Djibouti conducted a drone strike earlier this week on the border, Ethiopia-Djibouti border. Several people, over 5 were killed in that drone strike. Djibouti claimed that the drone strike targeted fruit fighters, Front for Restoration of Unity and Democracy, an armed group fighting Djibouti's forces for decades. Ethiopian government did not say a word, but residents of Ethiopian Afar region claim that the strike was conducted on Ethiopian side of the border and civilian Afars were killed. Now, Djibouti's interior minister has imposed a ban on carrying weapons on Ethiopia-Djibouti border. Border is not fully manned. It's not fenced. So Afar pastoralists, they freely move across the border. From Ethiopian side, from Djibouti side, the residents, they freely move across the border. Now, Djibouti has announced instructions that no one with arms can cross the border for cattle grazing, etc. It means that if Ethiopian nomads want to cross into Djibouti with their cattle and they have weapons, they're carrying weapons, they cannot cross the border. They'll have to deposit the weapons with Djibouti's border guards. They can cross into Djibouti after that. And Djibouti security forces have launched an operation in border areas to disarm people. Afars are generally armed, especially in these areas, border areas. Afar civilians keep themselves armed as well. Djibouti can only conduct disarmament operation on its side of the border, not on Ethiopian side of the border. Will ENDF support Djibouti's disarmament operation? Will it launch a similar operation against local affairs on Ethiopian side of the border? That remains to be seen. But Djibouti wants to clear the border areas of weapons. It's going to be a very difficult task to be fulfilled, because Afars tend to remain armed for their safety, for their security, because they live in the areas where there are no uh, effective law enforcement mechanism. So they carry weapons for self-defense. But Djibouti government is trying to disarm them. Why? Because it wants to crush fruit. It wants to crush support for fruit. Armed locals can anytime support food fighters. Let's see, will Djibouti be able to conduct complete disarmament in border areas? Thanks for watching.